Here is 2:58 a.m. in Mexico.
Oh, so sorry about that.
No problem, no problem. Actually, thank you very much because it's an honor for me to talk with you, and you are incredible, man.
Thank you very much.
So I just have a few questions. First question is, we know you have 3 dates in Mexico. Do you have something to say for fans in Mexico, something they need to know? They know you because you are a very important musician. What is your message for them?
Well, I have a very, very special relationship with Mexico. Mexico City is where I recorded my first live album. Um, oh, that's not true. That's my second live album.
Okay,
But
okay.
I'm not even really counting the first live album because that was done in Europe over like 7 or 8 different shows and all put together. But the live album that we did in Mexico City, it was just one show. And it was just a special, special night that I was so glad that we documented. And you can really feel the power of passionate Mexican people in the audience. You can hear it coming out through the tracks and the songs. You can hear it while we're playing. We felt it while we were playing, and it comes out great on the record. And I haven't been to Mexico City since then. And that was like 2018 or 19 or something like that. And all of us have been through so many things since then in our lives, in our careers. And so it's important to me to revisit Mexico and show them what we have now because we've grown so far since that Mexico City live album. And what's even more special to me is now we're playing in 2 other cities, Monterrey and Guadalajara. So it's kind of a celebration of coming back and bringing that energy from Japan that could only come from Japan and only come from us.
Thank you very much for your words. My second question is, we know that you have a very extensive trajectory. What is the word that makes you most proud?
Well, you know, my most recent album is Drama, and of course, every time I release an album, I feel the same way because I feel like it's the absolute best that I could ever possibly do. I've worked so hard on it, I couldn't imagine working harder. So here it is. And I feel that same way about Drama, and actually, I feel more that way about Drama than even my previous albums. But something I'm even more proud of than the album is my band's performance. We just played in Shanghai, China yesterday, and right now I'm just got off the plane in Beijing, China. We're playing tomorrow here. My band is ever since the Mexico City live concert, we've grown so much, and it's become something bigger than I ever expected, and so much more fun, and so much more positive and uplifting and entertaining. And so I would say even more than the albums is the live performance.
Wow, okay, very good. Thank you. And actually, well, maybe it's my other question is related to that answer, but what is the song or songs that you like to perform the most?
Well, I always give you the same answer to this. I always like the first song of the show and the last song. The first song of the
Okay.
show, you have this nervous energy. You're nervous, but you're in a good way of being nervous. And you feel like, okay, we've got so much great stuff to share with you guys. I'm really looking forward to meeting everybody. There's a lot of excitement. And then the last song, it's like, oh my God, I really don't want to leave, but we've only got one song left to go. So let's just give it everything. And so those two feelings are just wonderful. So I always say first and last song, whatever they might be.
Thank you very much for your answer. I have my last question. Uh, do you have any advice for those who wants to take their first steps in the music world?
Yes. The biggest, I'll give you two pieces of advice. The most important thing of all, the most important thing, you, not somebody else, you must create opportunities to play in front of other people. That's it. That's the main thing. Because if you're playing by yourself, no one hears it. But if you're playing in front of your sister or your brother or friends or your school or a concert, then your notes mean something. And then you really concentrate so much harder. So you must create opportunities to play in front of other people. The other advice is always be honest with yourself about the music that you like to play, and try to play music that you like as much as possible.
Thank you very much, Martin. I have just a last question, if I can do it. It's about a special situation here in Mexico. There is a situation where the most of people who start a band, they are already adult people, because when they are older, they can buy the instruments, their own equipment, and many bands start kind of late their own careers. Do you think there is a special age to start to play as a musician, or age doesn't matter?
Age really, really doesn't matter. Um, if you have something inside of you that says, I want to play music, I want to buy an instrument, that's the time to start. You can't force yourself. No one's going to go buying an instrument when they don't want to. I think if you really have it inside of yourself, you'll find a way to get an instrument, whether it's a cheap instrument, a borrowed instrument. Everybody discovers their own music at their own time. So whenever that is, it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. But when you say, I want to find out how to get music out of myself, that's the time.
Wow, I think it's the best answer ever, and you inspired me. Thank you very much. Well, I think it's all, and thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much, Marty. My best for you when you come to Mexico. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I hope to see you in Mexico too.
Of course. Thank you, man. Bye bye.
Thank you. Bye.